Welcome, gamers. We're back again. It's Wednesday, April 23rd of the year 2025. Right there, you can see it. It's right there on the bottom, right there. We're doing some web fishing, and you may ask, what is this background? Good question. This is Lake Matheson Loch, New Zealand. Looks like a pretty nice place. I've never been there. I don't know if we have any New Zealand viewers. Do you recognize this place? What is this place? This is today's drawing. It is me fishing, and I'm very cool. You can tell I'm cool because of the sunglasses. As you always know, people that wear sunglasses, they are really cool. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Duck, welcome Ronmu, welcome Yurchig, welcome Panis, welcome Muffin, and is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Alright, we're doing web fishing. Web fishing. We're gonna open up Steam. Yo, you see Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is out. What kind of VM do I use? This is a real computer. It is not a VM. It is a real Windows what's it called? A real Windows computer that I only use for playing games or streaming. Because normally I use a Mac. For my day-to-day, I program on a Mac, I browse the web on a Mac. It's only when I need to stream or play video games, things that require Windows, that is when I turn on this computer. And it is connected via a capture card. And I'm using this through OBS. That's right. When I play any games, it is being viewed through OBS. I do not have a second monitor. Also, welcome Royal. Alright, we're gonna create an unlisted manual lobby. Also, yes, if you ever see me restart or turn off my computer and you're like, how can he turn off his computer while he's streaming? How can he have OBS but it's not even open? It's because it is a different computer. Yes, Mac OBS, YouTube Studio. Welcome, Guacamigo. Am I trying to blow you up? What do you mean? Turn it off right now. I can't. I'm streaming. I would have to wait. Imagine waiting. Alright, we're gonna do lobby code. As you know, no one plays this game anymore. Literally no one is going to join. Especially not strangers, okay? If a stranger tries to join, I'm gonna be like, get out of here. You can tell the title of the stream says web fishing has ruined my trust in strangers. And it is true. It is true every single time someone has tried to join. And I don't know who they are. They've been a spammer. I don't even know who that. Okay, that's you. I know you. You can join. Going to join and you're a stranger. Well, I know you though. I'm aware of your existence. I've seen you in many chats, including my own. And that is not the same as a stranger. Because some other times I've let people join and they would simply start hacking, or they would draw very strange things, you know, on the floor, and I'm like, I don't want that. This is why I don't trust people anymore. I'm a stranger, but I don't own web fishing. You know, because like no one plays it. There's no real reason to own web fishing now. The peak of web fishing was like, you know, a few months ago. It was last year. This is so 2024. Welcome Koze's. When someone was floating on water, where? Who would even do that? This guy's floating. Welcome Null Break R. I'm a stranger and you shouldn't trust me. I won't trust you. That's right. What about that, huh? I will not trust you. I'm going to join and draw a peanut. Well, I think that's fine. If you want to join, you can join. Null Breaker, though, you can't join because I don't know you. Remember that guy from last week who said, I'm going to stick around. Hey, I know I'm new here, but I'm going to follow you. And then I said, okay, if you're still around next week, I'll let you join. They have not shown up since. Maybe they'll show up today and then I'll be like, oh yeah, you were here last week. I'll let you in. And then what if that was a long con What if they show up and they're like, oh, you trusted me? That's crazy. I'm gonna start hacking and drawing inappropriate things on the floor, right? This guy punches me. I can't believe Guacamigo would do that to me. To me specifically, the hoster of this lobby. It's crazy. The things that people do nowadays out here. Times have changed. The world of web fishing used to be so nice, and now you pop on the game and there's people, you know, they're saying things. They're doing unacceptable behavior. The long con watching every stream to join web fishing. Exactly. The long con becoming a valued member of my community, joining, you know, not doing sus things, and then suddenly one day you join the web fishing lobby, and then you're like, okay, now my master plan is in place. I've earned his trust over several years, and then I'm going to start drawing inappropriate things. And then I'm like, oh man, can't believe this. I trusted you. We have years of shared experience. Remember that time I talked about this thing? You were there for that. I can't believe you would betray my trust just to draw some inappropriate image on the floor. Let's turn from web fishing to freaky fishing. I don't play the game anymore. Yeah, no one plays the game. Literally no one plays this game. If you are on this game right now, you're not real. I'm not real. You're not real. That's why your name shows up as, you know, nothing. They still haven't fixed that. That's a bug in web fishing that they've still not fixed. Yeah, I don't exist. I'm not real. This cat right here, he's not even real. It's just a bunch of like bits and bytes on a network interface card. Welcome, Rojo Mild. So if you want to be real, you cannot be in this lobby, because once you enter this lobby, you're not real, because no one plays this game. Welcome, Michael, as well. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday. It is in fact a Wednesday. We're out here, you know, it used to be Tuesday. You'll never guess what today is. That's right, it's Wednesday. We're fishing. A lot of stuff happened since the last stream. We had many things. We had Oblivion remake. Literally is out. They're like, hey, it's out. And it's out right now. You can buy it right now. And then everyone's playing it. Welcome, Old Man Diabetes. Everyone's playing it. Not everyone. I feel like most people that I follow are not playing it. But, you know, there's a lot of people playing it. Completed Tunic? That's a good game. I had a good time playing Tunic. Can't believe they released a game that isn't Skyrim. Yeah, then they're gonna release Oblivion to, you know, everything. They're gonna re-release. It's gonna be the new Skyrim. And then the next thing they're gonna do, they're gonna be like, oh well, this game, it was well received. Let's remake Morrowind. And then once they're done with that, they're like, okay, let's remake. I don't know, what is their other game? Dagger or something? Yeah, Daggerfall. And then after that, they'll be like, okay, that went well, let's release, you know, the original. I don't even know the games. I've played Skyrim. I've not played Oblivion. I have no plans on playing Oblivion. Arena? Daggerfall. Why would that dagger even fall? Is it, what is this? The sword of Damocles? Am I right, guys? Anyone? Is that a thing? Damocles. Damocles sword. Daggerfall. Swordfall. Look at this. That's a dagger right there. And then they're gonna remake Skyrim again. Daggerfall remake would be wild because the map is obscenely large. Is it larger than Skyrim? Is it larger than every game? The only reason they re-release Oblivion is because it's modern enough to make some new graphic assets for. I did see some tweets about Oblivion that said they kept in all the existing like jank dialogue, right? I think people, you know, when they expect Oblivion, they're like, okay, the NPC's dialogue is kind of jank. That's why we like it. I hope they don't fix these bugs. And then like they didn't. And then everyone's like, let's go. They didn't fix the bugs. They didn't fix the thing where two NPCs can have, you know, the same voice actor and then they can say the exact same line to each other right after the other. Daggerfall has the largest maps? What the? Isn't it's also an old game? How can the old games have the largest maps? I guess because, you know, the graphics were not as big. Maybe they had more storage because things were more compact. It is an order of magnitude bigger than Skyrim and has nothing interesting in it. Oh, I see. So it's mostly just a flat nothing. Okay, well then that's why, maybe that's why we don't want it. I don't know. Any fans of Bethesda games? What's the best Bethesda game? If you had to choose between all Bethesda games, you say Skyrim. Would you say The Outer Worlds? Is that a Bethesda game? Would you say Fallout? Would you say Morrowind? Why? Why is Morrowind the best? Welcome, ChocoJax. Minecraft, that's not even one of their games. It's a totally different game, man. Game-breaking strats. What am I doing? I'm just running around. Just out here. Look at this. I'm just out here staring at you, the viewer. It takes 55 to 60 hours to travel across Daggerfall's whole map. What the? It's too much. There's so much time. Also, welcome Neo Zero. What if it was? Wait, what if it was what? What if Minecraft was a Bethesda game? Is that what you meant? Do they have the thing where like you can go on a horse and then you can jump up cliffs with the horse? Is that the pro strat? Lots of interesting wilderness to explore in Morrowind. Yeah. What about the magic? What about the guards? You show up and then the guards are there and you're like, you're under arrest. All of your material possessions are, I don't know, what's the word? What did they say when you get arrested in Oblivion? What if I join the lobby disguised as real ChocoJax to gain your trust and then use hack to draw peanuts? I mean, you could just join as Royal ZK. Like, I would let you in. Oh yes, they do say stop criminal scum. But what if I was framed? What if I didn't do it? All of your bases belong to us. So true. Anyone remember that classic? Never trust a ChocoJax? I trust Choco. She is one of the most trustworthy people to ever exist in all time. Justice is love and war in Oblivion. Do they say that? Stop right there, you criminal scum. You violated the law. Oh, yeah, that is the thing they say. They do in fact say that. Like Daggerfall, if you pick the wrong race, your reputation gets so low, guards will arrest you. They're racist? You're telling me the Daggerfall guards are racist? Why would they do that? I saw a video that was like, if you choose in Oblivion, if you choose the lizard race, they're like immune to poison. And then there's like a boss you can fight in a poison arena. And then they're like, if you choose this race, you can get like the strongest one-handed sword just by, you know, running around. And then the boss will die to poison. Wow, isn't that great? Didn't realize they were racist. That's an entire thing in their games. We got racist people. Racism is a key point. Yeah, in all Elder Scrolls games. They always judge you. They're like, oh, those Nords, they're always doing this stuff. Oh, those cat people. What was the name of the cat people? I don't even know. Where would you put me on the trustworthy scale? I don't know. I don't even know. I would trust you more than some stranger. Definitely. It would depend on where you are though. Because I feel like if you're in this chat, I would trust you. If you were like in some other person's chat and you're like misbehaving, I'd be like, I don't know if I trust him here. But in the Wolfie chat, I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy, he's alright most of the time. Khajiits are always tagged, right? They do say they're always stealing. You can't trust a Khajiit. That's what they say. They're so racist. Everyone is racist in Elder Scrolls. I mean, they are elders, you know. Elders, they do tend to have outdated views. Oh man, this guy, they're so old. They're stuck to their old ways. Is this ageist of me to say? I'm like saying old people are racist, and then by saying that, that makes me ageist. You can't combat prejudice with prejudice. Welcome, Reverie Runway. It's medieval times. Is it really medieval times, though? Or is it perhaps just an entirely different era? What if it is its own thing, huh? When would those elders stop scrolling? How are there so many elders? Remember that one Elder Scrolls grandma? Welcome, Verilog. Wolf is water? No, you already know. You're like 40 minutes too early. Have I played Half Sword? I have not. That's the one with the sword fighting, right? Is that the physically accurate sword fighting simulator? I have not played it. It doesn't really seem like my kind of game. I don't know, maybe you would enjoy it. Maybe many people here would enjoy Half Sword. What about Full Sword, huh? What about the swords? Kind of wobbly but accurate. Are you playing it? Are you having a good time with Half Sword? They mostly just read when they can and then produce silk. The elders? Oh, sorry, the monks. I was not reading your message. The monks reading the Elder Scrolls are pretty chill. I see. I don't know. I don't really know the lore. There's like some shared lore, right? There's like a king and their name is like Tamriel or something. And then the currency is like something and they have names. That describes every game. You know, like, the currency exists, they have names for things. Can you believe that? Emperor Tamriel. Remember that guy. Remember the guy from Skyrim who is the king or emperor or whatever, and then he has like a big hall, and then you can do Fusro Da, and then you can like, there's like plates on the table, and then all the plates go flying. That was fun. I remember doing that. They're called crowns or tails. I see. Crowns, that's the currency of Denmark, right? Aren't they called crowns there? Michael, can you confirm? Are they called crowns? Maybe not in English, but in Danish? They are, right? I remember. We talk about things on this stream, and sometimes I remember them. And Sweden and Norway? Exactly. Danish crowns. Dansk kroner? Kroner? Isn't that the thing from, what was that game called? Not Undertale. The other thing. The other thing. Deltarune. Cromer? That's what the big shot guy says, right? Whoa, big fish. A radiant tiny lead sickness? You're telling me this is a tiny fish? It's huge. Yeah, Cromer. It's the same thing. It's literally the same word. It's got the same spelling and everything. Caught the smallest fish. What is the smallest fish? What about these? Look at all these treasure chests. Not even opening them. What if I open all these on stream right now? What if I went and purchased every single item from the shop and then open the treasure chest? Should I do that? Do I want to do that? I think the reason I didn't do that was because previously the game was very unoptimized. Whereas like if you buy everything, it would lag your UI every time you open it. But like, did they fix that? They're not updating this game anymore. So like whatever bugs they have are still probably in the game. Unboxing stream? No, because like They give you items that you don't already have. So like, what if I have everything? Then what? Okay, I'm gonna buy everything. If this kills the lobby, that's why. It's because I have too many items in my inventory, and the developer did not consider that I could buy everything. There should be a button that's like buy everything. Look at this. We got cat soup, despondent. We got all the hats. Lag isn't real. What if it was real though? What if it was so real you didn't even realize? Realize, guys. Look at how fast I'm buying everything. Oh, he's going so fast. He's got so much money. Look at my money. I have $1,356,000 in this game. There's so much. That's all the money. Lag doesn't work because human eyes can see at 1 FPS. I've talked about this before, but like I feel like I don't know if I can tell the difference between 60 FPS and like 100 something. The people who have like the 100 something hertz monitors, is it obvious to you? Because like even with the iPad Pro, I know like that thing has like 120 hertz refresh rate, but like when I look at one, I'm like I can't really tell. It seems the same. Like I have an iPad mini, which has a like 60 hertz refresh rate, I think. And when I see an iPad Pro, I'm like, this looks the same to me. I can't really tell after 60, but I can definitely tell below 60. I think that's the case for me as well. I don't know. I just can't tell. I just don't know. Okay, I'm buying everything. I have everything. I'm going to have everything. Every title, every item. I have 144 on main and 60 on second. When I drag a mouse, I can definitely notice. Well, I feel like maybe if I had both of them next to each other, I could tell. But if it was just one on its own, I don't know if I could. Alright, I purchased everything. Don't buy the straight title. Too bad, I bought everything. Okay, what happens if you open a treasure chest and you have everything? Cosmetic brown cowboy hat. Cosmetic fake lame dev title. I found $100. Okay, I guess it just gives you $100. If you have no items to get, they just give you money. It's not even that much money. It's like barely anything. Maybe noticeable for motion sickness. Oh yeah, I think that is the case. For VR headsets, I think if they are... What am I saying? There is a certain threshold for FPS or hertz refresh rate in VR headsets. If it's below that rate, you kind of get motion sick. So welcome Paint2D. What were you doing? Shout out Paint2D. Guild Wars? Not even Guild Wars 2, just regular straight up Guild Wars? HC Survivor Challenge. Hardcore, that's hardcore. I know that. I'm a gamer. I know HC is hardcore. I hope you had a good stream. I'm going to assume that you did not die. Or if you did, that it wasn't so bad. It's very sleepy. You don't want to be playing hardcore when you're sleepy. What if you die and then you're like, now I don't have my character anymore? No deaths today, that's good. Good to hear. It would suck if you did die. Because then you'd be like, I wasted so much time. I feel like I'm not interested in like doing hardcore challenges in games. Kind of like, you know, if I lose, then I feel like I would have wasted so much time. Right? What if I get so invested in my character and then I'm like, oh no. But you could argue that's the point of it, is that it makes you emotional, you know, when you do lose everything. I even remember when I played Fire Emblem, I think the default mode is that when someone dies, they die forever. But then I was like, you know what? Put me on the mode where they don't die forever. And then even people that play the mode where they die forever, it's like, when they die, they just reset their game, right? And then I'm like, why would I do that? They're like, oh, my best character died? Let me restart the challenge. Like, I'm not doing that. People die when they're killed. Do they, though? Do they really? What was that? When they say what was that in the game, it means a meteor has dropped somewhere. You can enter free cam mode and then just go really fast and then look at where you see smoke coming out. I don't see it. It's probably like over there. It's over there. Is that it? It's right there. It's literally right there. You could find it. Anyway, what else happened? Besides Elder Scrolls, there was also the Pope. You see that? The Pope died. It was like the day after Easter. What's the deal with that? Can't believe they're gonna have a new Pope. Do you know that you can't gamble on who the new Pope is going to be? It's apparently illegal in many places. I saw a tweet that said someone was like, oh, I want to gamble on who the next Pope is, but apparently it's illegal, like even in Nevada where gambling is usually allowed. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing that people gambled on. No gambling. It's illegal. You can't do that. Oh, actually, I don't know where you live. Maybe it's not illegal where you live. But it certainly is in many places. Some places. Several places. Has anyone gambled recently? Does this apply to Twitch chat? You could probably do like a channel point bet, maybe. I don't know. Does anyone gamble? Any gamblers in chat? Anyone been to a casino? I've never been to a casino, but I feel like I have no interest in going. Because it's like, I don't really enjoy gambling. Gamble my life savings away. Did you? Did you really? Wolfie advocating for channel point bets on the new Pope? I'm just saying you could. You could theoretically do it. I would not do it though. I don't think casinos would be good for me. But what if it was good? What if you can win millions of dollars? What if the only thing stopping you from having a good life is spinning that wheel 1,000 times? I should stop, because then people could be like, he's advocating gambling. You can't be doing this. You can't be gambling. It's real money. That's literally cash. I don't know, but you know, people, they go to Las Vegas and they're like, whoa, this is cool, gambling, I love gambling. If not for that, then they go for like the buffets, you know. Apparently the food's pretty good. Welcome, Zully. It's fun in Dragon Quest because I can save when I've got a lot of winning, then reload if I lose too much. That's cheating, though. Can't do that. That's cheating. What if you could do that in real life? What if you could save and load? Are we finally getting a use for our channel points? No. I didn't say on my channel, okay? If you were here 5 minutes ago, I was just saying that someone could do it, but I'm not doing it. I don't even know when that's happening. When are they determining the new Pope? What even is the Pope? Where even is the Pope? I guess he's dead. Sorry. Hey, what else happened recently? Society? Do I have anything in mind? Oh, do you see that? I know no one here cares, but like, do you see there's gonna be an Aikatsu movie with Prepara? That's crazy. I know like people here, I don't think anyone cares about it. Okay, one person, but they're not here. Or two people. However, You know, to you, you might hear this and think like, I don't even know what this means. This means nothing to me. But for people that know, it's like the two big shows that have never collabed. Oh, maybe they have collabed, I don't know. But, you know, not to this extent. Now they're like, you know, they're gonna have a movie. A crossover. Aikatsu watch along, there's too many episodes. This is like the two big rival shows. It's a big deal. Everyone's going crazy about it. They're like, what the heck, dude? What? Imagine if they sing each other's songs. It's crazy. It's like, you know, if Love Live collab with Idolmaster, which they did. They did have a concert at some point together. It's like that. It's like that kind of thing. You know, I think that's cool. Anyway, that's happening. And that should be exciting, but I have nothing else to say about it because I don't think anyone else here has input. No idea what you're talking about? I assume so. Will you collab with Dog? What dog? There's no dogs. Are there dogs out here? I mean, there's a dog right here. That's a dog. Love Live collabing with IMAS is Namco collabing with Namco. Exactly. It's the same thing with, isn't Aikatsu also owned by... No, they're owned by different companies. Never mind. Are they? Actually, I don't know. So, like, Aikatsu is, like, Bandai Namco, I think. Repara, I think, is, like, Toei? Maybe? Something like that. I don't know. It's a pretty big deal. You know, you guys don't even know. I know. That's why you watch this stream, to learn things, to expand your horizons of knowledge. Wow. All right, let me check my notes. Is there anything else going on? No, not really. Okay, Amelia Watson, she came back on Easter, right? Have I heard the Netflix live action Kakeguru? I don't even know what that is. She did, right? Well, you know, she came back for a brief thing. 3D concert for Kiara. That was cool. It was coincidental that it was on Easter. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. When Kiara announced that, she used like a preview image. Let me see if I can find the image. And when I saw that image, I was like, I recognize this immediately. This is a royalty-free image from Okumono, the website that people use for, you know, stream assets and backgrounds and all that. Can I find the image? I didn't actually like the image. I probably should have liked the image. Oh, okay, I don't have the image for reference, but you know, you could see it. It was stated she will be for special events. Yeah, but this is the first time it has happened, right? The first major time that she's been back. Anyway, I saw that and I was like, whoa, that's cool. I recognize this image. And then I was thinking, there's been many times in my stream and also other people's streams where I've recognized an Okumono background / image. And I was like, could I make like a clip compilation of this perhaps? And then I found some other moments where I recognized it, but there's only one. Does the Amelia Watson perform? Yes, she sang and danced. Or have anything new going on. No, she's dead. She's dead. I should make something to eat. Any recommendations? I don't know. What do you have? What do you have in your home? Name every ingredient. And then we can determine what makes sense to make. What about curry? What about some kind of chicken dish? Chicken tacos. What about a quesadilla? How about mapo tofu? Paprika, some salads, olive oil, might have cucumbers. Okay, this person, I don't recognize you, so you're not gonna be allowed to join, unfortunately. Welcome, Placid E. No, yeah, no, unfortunately. If you can look at the title of the stream, webfishing has ruined my trust in strangers. Because every single time someone tries to join who I don't know, it's always a hacker or someone who draws inappropriate things. So I'm sorry the rest of the web fishing community had to do this. That they've ruined it for everyone. But maybe there's another streamer you can watch who is allowing random people to join, in which case you can try to join theirs. Game froze. What? You can rejoin though. Rojo Mild, you can join because I know you. I do have a pressure cooker, but curry in a pressure cookie. He said pressure cookie. Pressure cooker might be tough. Yeah, I don't know. I've never cooked, so I don't know. All the other streamers are Russian. Well, you could maybe rush in to the stream. Most streamers don't stream under web fishing anymore for the same reason. Oh, they just stream in like just chatting. I remember that one time, those 2 weeks when I streamed under the fishing category because the hacking situation was so bad. Just chatting in other categories. Green and red tomatoes, onions, beef skirt, powdered onion, that's a lot of things. Welcome, Alceris. Greetings, surprising to find on Twitch mortals. What does that mean? What did they mean by this? A lot of first-time chatters today. People showing up because of web fishing. Welcome, Hemp. I'm gonna deny because I don't know. Yeah. What was I saying? What was I talking about? There's nothing. There's literally nothing. You're lacto fermenting tomatoes for a pizza? That sounds good. Has anyone made pizza before? I remember one time when I was in, I think middle school or high school, we had like a project or something, or had to make some kind of food for some kind of event. And me and my classmates, we tried making pizza. It did not taste good. I don't think it was good at all. It was also kind of really scuffed because like we went to the grocery store / supermarket and like they didn't have dough for some reason. You know what we did? We went to a pizza place and then we asked them if we could just buy dough, and they were like confused, but then they were like, yeah, okay, I guess I guess you can. And then they just sold us dough, and then we used that dough to make pizza, and that pizza was not good. It was actually, we maybe had too much dough for the amount of pizza that we had. Sorry to see that web fishing had indeed ruined your trust in strangers. Exactly. They're always ruining things for me. Your mom has made pizza? Kokamigo said, I like to make the dough and sauce. Wait, do you also make your own bread? If you make your own dough, does that mean you also make bread? I guess that would be bread, huh? It's pizza. Make pizza a lot. What is your favorite pizza to make? I showed up because I saw the name Walfus in my recommended channels and immediately went, Walfus streams. What? I stream web fishing. That's right. I'm streaming web fishing right now. Look, he's right here. He's fishing right here. Look at how cool he looks. Have you ever seen someone that looks this cool? I don't think so. If it's web fishing, where's the web? You're on it right now. Literally right now. I actually have yeast for sweet dough and another one for salty dough. I don't know the first thing about making bread or dough or anything like that, but I'm sure it's good. I'm sure that you are skilled at cooking. I would trust your abilities. It's actually insane to me that there are still hackers or people who do immature drawings. Yeah, like if there's a game that has public lobbies or you know, you can join and the streamers playing it, there's definitely going to be people that will show up and just draw weird stuff. That's why I'm always like, when I see someone having like one of those collaborative drawing rooms, like a Gartic Phone or perhaps one of those, what is that, like paint chat kind of rooms? What's it called? Magma Studio or like the other one? And they have it open. I'm like, dude, you're just gonna let random people show up? You're not even gonna like, you know, make it approval only? They can just show up and just start drawing stuff? That's crazy. I would never do that. Your favorite is margarita. Yo, that's also, that's Choco Jackson's favorite, right? Margarita pizza. I'm gonna try yeastless dough for pizza. Can't eat yeast, or at least yeast. I said yeast, or at least I couldn't for a while. Still don't want to gamble on my intolerance. This guy's intolerant. You're intolerant in 2025? Can't believe this. Welcome home, M. Sinica. Scriblio. Yeah, anything that allows strangers to join and draw, and it's like not, you know, you don't approve them to join. It's like too much. You got 15 minutes, what, to join and play? You're probably gonna draw because that is the thing that you do. What if you didn't draw? Wouldn't that be weird? You show up and you're like, what? He's not drawing? What the? We are so used to seeing him draw. Who would go on your server and draw something weird, especially near the fish tank? No one. Literally no one would do that. Felt bad because 2 streams ago I saw some people had drawn beep. Didn't know if it was okay. Of course it's okay to erase it. Obviously. A lot of memories of parodies made and create that SWF came flooding back when I saw your username. So true. That was the thing. Yeah, it was like, I was gonna say a decade ago, but I'm pretty sure it's been more than a decade at this point. I'm like, oh yeah, that was like 10 years. No, it's like probably like 15 years ago. Royal would do that. Why? Well, you can join them. If you want to do it, you can join. What if you don't? What if you're just lying, huh? What is this? What is this creature? I don't even know. That is really good art, though. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but that is a good artistic ability right there. It is definitely something. Very nice. Caught an opulent weed. It's not even 420. It's not even April 20th. Man. Actually, here's a joke that I sort of made on someone else's stream. It was like, what did April say to the 20th? Hi. But they spelled like H-I-G-H. Like, isn't that funny? I thought that was funny. The streamer was trying to make a joke, and then like it wasn't really a joke. And then I said, what if they said hi? It's like, oh shoot. Because that's the hi day. It's a Wolfigo. What is that? Let's see, I bought green asparagus today and forgot. Is there non-green asparagus? What is the other color for asparagus? If not green. Purple? Yellow, I guess yellow, right? They could be yellowish. There's white, purple asparagus. What? Is that real? White and yellow asparagus? Asparagus. Non-green. Wait. Oh, what the heck? This looks so unnatural. I feel like we've talked about how like a lot of food in nature is usually not blue, right? Now you might think like, you know, blueberries, right? They're like this shade of blue, but it's like there's not that many things that are blue, right? It's so uncommon. Ever had black corn? I have, and I think it's kind of weird. Just searching up corn. Yo, look, we got corn. This one, right? Oh no, it's not black corn. It's like corn that has some black on it, but I don't think I've had like just regular black corn where the entire cob is dark. Blueberry is purple. Exactly. Okay, that's pretty close to blue. They call them blueberries, and yet they're purplish. What about corn smut? I don't even know what that is. And I kind of don't want to look it up, because smut is also a different word. Why would they draw smut of corn? It's inappropriate. You can't show that on stream. What if they had a fish that was corn? Is cornfish a thing? No. Cantonese cream cornfish. What is it? What the? Longhorn cornfish? White asparagus? Yeah, let's just go to the Wikipedia article. Asparagus. Wikipedia. Got the white asparagus. Oh, this one? I've never seen this. I did not know this was a thing. Smut sounds dangerous. It's a special fungus that grows on corn. Oh wait, no, I have heard of that. Isn't that like a delicacy in Mexico or something? I remember like when I learned about that, people were saying like, I don't know what I'm saying people were saying, but the thing that I saw was like people specifically try to get the fungus on the corn because like it tastes good or something. Pretty common here. Where is here? Where is that? Docs your location. Anyway, I've never had it, but I have heard that it's good. I've never seen it. Mexico, well, that makes sense. What the tiny unidentified fish object? Have you had it? Is it good? Would you recommend? It's a Easter Wolfie? Amazing. Amazing work as always. Welcome, Tag Barrel. The Wikipedia article has a Germany factoid on it. Did they mention that it's like specific to Germany? It's like a common German delicacy. During the German Spargel season, or Spargelzeit, the asparagus season traditionally finishes on 24 June. Roadside stands and open-air markets sell about half of the country's white asparagus consumption. Half of it in that one season? That's crazy. It's okay, not my favorite, but definitely depends how and who prepares it. Well, you know, maybe if you just have someone really good prepare it, and then you're like, oh, I was mistaken. This is actually so good. Really popular. Do they have the white asparagus and then they also have sparkling water? Because as we know, sparkling water is popular in Germany. Yes. Nearly 18 years old. That's pretty old. I could eat infinite asparagus if I had it. It's delicious. I feel like asparagus is alright. It would not be like my go-to vegetable to get. Yeah, white asparagus and sparkling water, I knew it. There's one thing I've learned about Germany is they love their sparkling water. Oh my god, did I say fruit? Vegetable? I probably said the wrong word. You'd rather eat balut or century egg? Probably century egg, perhaps. Whoa. If I go to a grocery store in a different city, I might do some photos of the asparagus and the sparkling water. Do they have them together? Is there like a sparkling water festival in Germany? Is that a thing that exists? Any sparkling water fans in the chat? Any sparkling water haters in the chat? I hate it. I don't understand why people enjoy it. You don't really need a festival if it's an everyday thing. Yeah, but I mean, isn't white asparagus an everyday thing? Doesn't it just exist normally? We have festivals for things that exist every day, right? Fortnite festival, that's every day. Music festivals, you know, music exists every day. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. You know, like sparkling water is too salty. Well, is it necessarily salty though? Isn't it just like the bubbles? Do the bubbles make it saltier? I drink sparkling water all the time. Are you drinking it now? Is there like sparkling tea? Is that a thing? Because usually when I think of like carbonated beverages, I think of like soda. But like the idea of carbonated tea sounds weird to me. Unless it's sweet. I guess if it's sweet, I guess that's not too unexpected. But like unsweetened carbonated tea, isn't that sounds so weird? Kombucha sparkling tea, is it? Boiling water removes the sparkling thing. What causes it? What causes it to spoil or spoil? Sparkle. I don't question it, but if you buy a commercial water dispenser, it comes with the option to use a gas tank to add carbonation, which is built in. We have carbonated apple juice and similar. That sounds weird. What about carbonated like orange juice? That sounds so weird. Rhubarb Schorl? I don't even know what Schorl is. There was sparkling iced tea when I was staying in the Netherlands. Man. What about sparkling milk? Isn't that weird? Isn't that such a weird idea? What about sparkling... I don't even know what sparkling milk is. It would be, right? I don't know, sparkling like milk tea. Isn't that weird? It's instant spoiled milk. Does it cause it to spoil faster? Fanta is pretty much sparkling orange juice. No, it's like orange soda though. There's a big difference between orange soda and orange juice. In my opinion, at least. If you carbonate milk, it will taste spoiled. I see. Doesn't cause it to spoil, but it causes it to taste like... Is this like a common thing? I guess maybe it's not common because people know that it tastes bad, so they don't do it. But like 2 people in the chat were aware that causing milk to sparkle makes it taste spoiled. There's a Tumblr post about it? Okay. That's where people get their knowledge from. Tumblr. Exag, you let me know when this is done and then I will screenshot it. It's amazing. Is that a ditto? Holy frick. Shiny ditto? That's crazy. Amazing. The good dithering as always. Classic dithering. Got the eggs with the different patterns on them. Very nice. I appreciate all your work that you've done. Okay, we're gonna screenshot this. I will also screenshot the ditto. Have to head off, might be back for the last 30 minutes. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the banger art as always. Good times. Good times on web fishing, you know? Seeing people draw stuff, it's always good. I feel like, you know, because people don't really play web fishing that much anymore. It's been so long since I've like joined a web fishing lobby that isn't my own. But I was able to join one recently. It was fun. It was good times. I drew stuff and then the streamer was like, whoa, what the, it's amazing, whoa, you drew this? That's nice. And then I was like, oh, now I know how it feels to be on the other side. For a streamer to compliment your drawing. That's good. Too bad no one streams this game anymore. Wolfie approaching the web fishing monopoly. Yeah, who's even streaming this? Apparently Russian people streaming this. And also me. I treat this as a drawing app. Have you gone fishing in the game? I guess you have to leave, but... I mastered the potion. Instant spoiled milk. Earning the rank of a worst alchemy currently alive. There's only one Russian person streaming this. I don't know what they were on about. Wolfie's Russian. I'm not Russian. But the chatter from before said the only other people streaming this are Russian. And that's it. My web fishing level is 50. My level is also 50. Ban / block. I didn't ban them. Wait, what is it's? I just didn't allow them to join. It says I banned them. Whoops. Oh, now I should know. I should just ignore them. Let me unblock. I don't even know who this person is. Block player with no name. I'm gonna unban this guy, but also I'm late to drinking water. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Alright, I've hydrated. Welcome, Carabel. I assume since spoiled milk tastes sour and carbonated water is acidic, that's what caused the spoiled taste. Correct, apparently. Nemi Nightmare had reveal of her big model. I can imagine this topic came up. It did not come up, because I'm not really an avid viewer of Nemi Nightmare. But that did happen. I did see screenshots. People said she looks so tall. She does look so tall. How are VTubers so tall? And then they're like, oh, actually, I'm like 5'3". And you're like, what? It does not look like a 5'3" model. Anyway, I got nothing else to say about it though. VTubers, am I right, guys? Welcome, Soli. Yeah, what's up with that, huh? Soli, I was talking about Aikatsu and Prepar, and no one understood what I was talking about. I was like, man, there's like one person that would understand. And now you're here. Now she's here. Well, if he doesn't even watch a whole lot of VTubers outside of a lot of them, I watch so many. I'm watching every VTuber. Got to rewatch Prepar right now. I actually never finished watching Prepar. Remember that weird situation where, like, they didn't subtitle, like, the early episodes for some reason? The fan subgroups, like, they started, like, midway, and then I'm like, well, and then there was, like, a big gap. I don't know if anyone, like, there's only one person. I'm, like, talking to one person now. Yeah, that was a thing. And then I caught up with the subs, and then there was, like, a 30-episode gap, and then I was like, I don't know what's happening. I mean, it's a lot of episodes though. Right, yeah, they stopped and I was like, I can't watch this. There's no subs. I mean, I guess it's like a kid's show, so like I probably could have understood, but I don't know. The VTuber model is tall. The person isn't. Yeah, but like, what if they were tall, but they're not? Kind of want your model to match your height for potential 3D, right? That's the thing. Is if your VTuber is so tall and then you eventually get a 3D model, then it looks weird. The proportions look so strange. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I have the opposite thing, right? My model is really short. And, you know, when I play VR fishing, which I haven't done in a long time, but when I do, my model is huge. Because these are not meant really to be the size of regular humans. Nemi's probably tall by VTuber standards. Is she, though? Oh, good fish? What is that? That's a good fish right there. Wolfie's proportions confirm realistic from fishing streams. Yeah, height doxed. I tune into my fishing stream and be like, whoa, look at that. He's this tall. This is his height. Wow, now I know that everyone on the street that has this height could possibly be Wolfie. It's happened before. People have had their height doxed in VR chat. They would go into VR chat, they would open a menu, and then it would be like, this is what you have your height set as. Is this true? And they're like, oh no, now they know how tall I am. Or rather, how short I am. Not me, but like the streamer. I never really think about the height of people, so it always catches me off guard if I see people who are 20 centimeters / 8 inches shorter. Oh, that happened like for work as well. I very recently met with a coworker who works remotely. He was visiting New York. And when he met me, he was like, whoa, I didn't expect you to be like this height. I didn't know you were this tall. He was like, oh. Yeah, because like you only see them on like on webcam. And it's like you have no concept of like what their height is. And then I was like, oh yeah, that is true. And then I was like, oh yeah, there was like one time when I worked for a company and then like one of the CTOs or something was actually like really, really buff. He was like a bodybuilder and he's like, he had like huge muscles and like no one could tell from Zoom because, you know, you can only see like the top of their portrait. And then when people met with him in real life, they're like, what the heck? This guy is like jacked. He's like huge. The only VTuber I want to know the height of is Wolfie in Passepartout 2. What is his height in Passepartout? Passepartout. This guy has passed 2 parts. Welcome, Stanley. Anyway, imagine if there was new music to listen to. Wouldn't that be cool? If we could avoid listening to the same music every week? Nope. It's not possible. So I think Helicoprion catches in rain, not based on the body of water you're fishing in. True. Feels like dox is used pretty liberally among VTubers. Oh yeah, I do feel like Soli's here. Is when you're watching a VTuber and they say dox, it's just like, oh, their name was revealed or something, or like, you know, some obscure information about them. Whereas like to a regular person who is not a VTuber watcher, it's like, oh, was there like their address doxed or something, or like, you know, their parents' information, or like their credit card or whatever. But no, to us it's like, you know, your name or like your height, your height doxed, your time zone doxed. I will reveal name and face of a VTuber. Which one? Michael? What if it was Michael? What if his name isn't even really Michael? Wow, there he is. He's right there. Don't you dare. Can't believe you would do this to him. Anyway, fishing is fun, right? Fishing is fun, right, guys? Isn't this fun? Just being out here on the lake. Fishing. Good times. We have good times here. Cozies, I know who that is. Do I play Corner Pond? What is that? I don't know what that is. Someone left the game? Who did that? Who joined and left? What's Corner Pond? What if that's a setup to a D's Nuts joke? It's not, okay. Oh no, yeah, you talked about this. This was one of those desktop idling games. I've never really like understood the appeal of desktop idling games. There's like Rusty's Retirement. There's like other ones. I don't really get it. But also I've never tried, so maybe it's on me. But I'm sure it's cool. Sure, it's probably very cool. Fishing is fun, right? So true. So true. It's for small addictive dopamine hits. Are there like what is enjoyable about them? Like seeing number go up? I guess it's the same kind of thing as like Cookie Clicker, right? Like I did enjoy Cookie Clicker when I played it. And it's like, it's kind of like that, but it's always visible, so you don't have to like tab into it, I guess. You don't spend time looking at your desktop? What? I also don't. I don't care what my wallpaper is, because like I'm rarely ever like looking at my wallpaper. Well, that's not true. Okay, on Windows I care, but mostly because like I'll start up the game, turn on my PC, and then I'll see it. But then like on my main computer, I barely see my wallpaper. Yeah, I'm an active fisher. I'm only doing this actively. Small distraction. What if I made one of those games? If I were to make an idle game for your desktop, and then you're like, whoa, what the? It's like fishing, but different somehow. But good. Its number go up looking at cute characters doing stuff. I mean, I guess there are like those things where, what are those things called? Where they have like characters that move around, they like climb around your desktop. They sit on your windows and all that. Desktop pet or whatever. It could be like that. Can I get it for free? It's gonna be free. I'm not gonna make games for money. Oh yeah, Sheep Magic, that's what it's called. That's a thing that people enjoy. Everyone just loves seeing, you know, little dudes on their desktop. Running around doing things, mining Bitcoin, you know. Currency, cryptocurrency. But can I get it for free in form of a code? No, it's gonna be free on itch.io with no code required. It's also going to contain a virus that will steal all of your personal information. It's going to track all of your clicks. It's going to have a keylogger. Should make a first-person dungeon crawler. Those are the best games. Are they though? Can I get it for double free? That's memory unsafe. You can't be doing that. Mining Wealthy Coin right now. Can't do that. It's not real. It's not a real currency. What else is going on? I feel like I've talked about everything. There's literally nothing else going on in the world. Oh, what about horse race tests, guys? Any fans of horses? Anyone watching horses racing and testing? That's trending recently, right? Isn't that cool? I don't really understand it, but people are enjoying it. Uma Musume sponsoring the Kentucky Derby. Real? Is that real? Nothing ever happens. Choco would never look at a horse. What about this? Huh? What about that one? You lied. Can't believe you would lie with this. Kentucky Derby. Sign games. Welcome Alt Jakar. Side games. News ID 24322. What is this? Real Kentucky Derby. Oh yeah, it wasn't speaking of like anime / games collabing with sports. You see that it wasn't there like Nikkei is doing a collab with some sports team in the US? Baseball. The Padres, is that a team? Did I make that up? The Padres. What's that about? Wealthy, speaking of horses, which horse in horse race tests is your favorite? I am indifferent to all of them. I don't understand. But, you know, people have... I like the name Jovial Merriment, though. That sounds like a name that they would give to a real horse. And I guess just from that alone, maybe Jovial Merriment. But some people did say there were accusations that Jovial Merriment did some messed up stuff. I don't know if it's true. Don't say that everyone will hate you. I got nothing. I don't have Wi-Fi. How am I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know that the orange horse was canceled? Nika is indeed partnering with the San Diego Padres. I knew it. I did see some tweets about it. And then people were like, imagine some non-anime fan showing up and seeing this. I'm like, what is this? I thought this was a kid-friendly baseball game. Which one is Nikkei? It's the one where they show their butts all the time. Is that game. People love to hate a winner. Exactly. Jovial Merriment is the one everyone hates. Jovial Merriment hate is just because science stands are upset they will never see a win. People have opinions, okay? I didn't know people cared so much. People are drawing like fan art of the test horses as Uma Musume characters or something. People are drawing them kissing. What's the deal? You can make fan art of everything. When will I do that? Never. My dad is a huge Padres fan. I'll imagine his reaction to that. You gotta let us know. What if he's like, child, what is this? Explain to me what this thing is. Is there any fan art of me kissing? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know of any. You know, the fan art of the white and cyan horses. Were they like, are those the ones that were stuck in the death maze for like 10 minutes or something? There's like a long thread of them, you know, not finishing the race. And then after many posts, they finally, I don't even know who won. Is that it? I don't know. Yes? Okay. See, I know my lore. I was there for that arc. I don't really understand it, but it did happen. What if it's all a scam to get people interested in horses? And then people start watching Uma Musume. What if it was a viral marketing campaign from the Kentucky Derby? So you know what kids like nowadays? Horse race tests. Is there fan art of Prego Wolfie? Not that I'm aware of. But I'm sure there is fan art of create.swf characters that are like that. There's definitely bound to be some. I mean, Uma Musume is arguably a pipeline into horse racing. It definitely is. I keep saying what if to true statements. Like what? Which statements? Like people being interested in horse racing because of horse race tests. Any fans of horses? What's everyone's favorite horse? I'm a big fan of Potatoes, the horse whose name is spelled P-O-T-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O. There's 8 O's in his name. Seahorse. Is it a sea biscuit? There is morals to dissect, but should we really? What if it's viral marketing? What if it's not, though? Remember, wait, this is not even the first case of like horses being viral marketed. Do you all remember horse ebooks? Back in the day, Twitter, horse_ebooks. And then we were all betrayed when it was turned out that like some marketing guy bought the account and then they started advertising something. Wait, you don't remember? You were not around for this? It was a big thing. It was a very popular Twitter account from back in the day. And they would just post like snippets from books. And then it would be nonsensical. And then everyone's like, oh, look at that. It was so funny. Haha, this sentence out of context just looks funny. And then their final tweet was like, it was like advertising a book or something. Like, no, it was a marketing campaign the whole time. Can't believe this. Mulan's horse. I bet it's horse girls behind this. They're always behind this. I like Sergeant Reckless. It's adorable reading about her. What is the lore? What is this horse lore? I remember I was there. Yeah, I was there. Sully understands. She understands everything. What about the worst horse, huh? Horses, best horses tier list. Oh, look at these horses. 10 best horse breeds. No, not horse breeds, just like the best horses. Individual horses. Like real horses. Horses tier list. Best horses tier list. Red Dead Redemption horses. No. Oh, here we got some opinions here. Welcome, Frosty Klondike. Okay, this is someone's opinion on horses. Arabian horse, A+++. Missouri Foxtrotter, Ardennes. Turcoman. Andalusian. Oh, Andalusia, Aikatsu reference. Hungarian half-bred. Dutch. Warm blood. American paint. There's a horse called American paint. Mustang. Tennessee Walker. Belgian Shire. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up. What did I miss? As Ollie said, speaking of, I did recently have my years of Twitter thing, but this year I just didn't care. Oh, like the anniversary. I never post those. I don't really care about those. Are you talking horses, horse race test? Yes, that is what brought this up. It is trending. From MOP to UMA to horse races, we are destined to horse. And always horsing around out here. Sergeant Reckless was a horse bought by an American platoon. I can't read platoon anymore without thinking of squids. An American platoon during the Korean War. She quickly became part of the unit, was allowed to roam freely through camp. She would sleep on cold nights, was known for her willingness to eat nearly anything. She ate poker chips. She survived the war and became a US immigrant. Nice. Horses, you know, they understand things. A lot of things going on out there with horses. Yeah, Jovial Merriment. That's the one that I said I would like. If I was into horse races, just because of their name. That's like... That's a horse name right there. Anyway, I don't know. Good times. There's a prevailing theory that Spanish influenza started on a farm in Kansas and was spread by horses being shipped to Europe. Dang. Has it been confirmed though? Do they know for real whether this is the case? What if someone's just making it up? Welcome, Marklar. You're a squid now, you're a kid. You're drafted into a platoon in World War I. What the? Yeah, the fan art. GG as well. I've seen people make like fan games from those horse races. Someone like made their own version of those. I don't know, it's all the rage. Everyone loves horses. What if someone made web fishing, but it had horses? No, this game does have horses, right? Seahorses? There's a seahorse in this game. Right? See? Horse, guys. See? Right there are horses. There it is. Do you see that? Carabal understands. This is a joke only me and him understand. Someone made their own with traps and stuff? Yeah. That was a thing. Spanish influenza 1910s to 1920s. It would be hard to prove with certainty. Well, they have no evidence. You can just claim things and it would happen. Horse fishing. Wait, wasn't there like does anyone remember there was like a TV show, a cartoon called Snorks? It's kind of like the Smurfs if they were underwater. Is this a thing that Snorks, right? I forgot about this. Didn't they have like seahorses? This is like such a like obscure thing. I don't think anyone cared about that show. More obscure references, right? I was like, when we were talking about seahorses, it was like the Snorks, right? This was a show. Snorks? Didn't they have seahorses in this? You never seen it? No, they got they got the horses right there. They did 1984. No, they were showing this in the 90s as well. No, wait, literally 1984 though. What about the Smurfs? When did the Smurfs come out? 1981. Okay, I see. Smurfs, Snorks. Did they ever collab? Yo, did they collab? This is like if Aikatsu and Prepar collabed. Snorks. Smurf. They made the rights to the Smurfs comics. Smurfs. They decided to compete with the Smurfs' success. Okay, so it was like directly like a competitor to the Smurfs. And you can tell who won because no one ever talks about the Snorks anymore. That sounds like something you made up, so it must be real. It's so real. It's not even that obscure. It was back in the day. Everyone knew about the Snorks. That's not true at all. I'm pretty sure even back then no one cared about the Snorks. Like how Biker Mice and Extreme Dinosaurs are TMNT copycats. I've never even heard of those. Smurfs is also way older. It's apparently just 3 years older though. Wolfie and I are just old. I'm not old. I just know this thing, okay? They were showing it in the 90s. I was there. But relative to most VTubers and VTuber watchers, I guess I'm old. That is true. Street Sharks was the superior TMNT knockoff. Street Sharks. Oh no, I think oh wait, I do remember this one. I think I probably have seen some episodes of this, actually. This looks so ugly. Welcome to Lather. You're not old, Wolfie. I think I'm older. Well, you could be old and then, you know, people could still be older, right? Bara Sharks. Shark. What about that graduating shark VTuber? No. I've heard of Street Sharks. I've also watched the 80s TMNT cartoon. Everyone knows Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No one remembers Street Sharks. Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs are the same company. Extreme Dinosaurs. I don't recognize this one at all. Wait, do I? This vaguely looks familiar, but I feel like I don't really recognize these. But also I might, I don't know. Let's see, I just see anyone younger than me as young. That is also true. When I see someone who is like a year younger than me, actually that never happens. I feel like when I see people online, they're never just a year younger than me. They're either like 5 years older than me, or like 5 years younger than me, or like 10 years younger than me. It's never like I never see people that are like in their early 30s. It never happens. They welcome Probs Not Jack. Wolfie hates his peers. They don't exist. They're not around. My favorite turtle was Donatello because he used a bow staff and I thought that was neat, so I took a broom handle and swung it around until I broke a chandelier, then I was severely punished. What the? It's hacked up. Why would he do that? The meme where people say 19 __ is immediately old is funny to me. Yeah, those people. Imagine being born after 2000. Cringe. Anyone here born after 2000? I know Hamp is. Hamp is born after 2000, I think. Is he? No, I think so. Wolfie has no peer. I have peers. Wolfie does not see 13-year-olds online. I hope not. You should not be watching these streams. You were born after 03. Sorry, born after 2000? What the? Nano Laser was born in 1988. You were 95? Imagine if you are like, imagine if you meant not 1995, but like the age 95. Yeah, I was 95. And now I'm like over 100. Wow. Let's go with that. In the distant future. Imagine being born in 2025. Wow, cringe. People are born after the end of the world and they can now legally be on Twitch. What do you mean after COVID? No, what do you mean after end of the world? Oh, 2012? Yeah, 2012. Remember when the Mayans said that 2012 was going to be the end of the world? And then it didn't happen. Let's see, I think you're older than Hamflo, he's a Zoomer. No, isn't he like a Zillennial or whatever? Coney 2012, that's a callback. I remember that. Coney? Did they ever stop him? He died, right? Coney? World ended 2012, Rapture occurred. Yeah, none of us are alive right now. Coney's dead. And then he became a streamer. Why are we not stopping him? He came back. Coney? He's the guy with the toad avatar. On that 2012 day, I went to the casino, spent 5K, was severely disappointed. You lose $5,000. I remember seeing the end of the world countdown on news and thinking, man, I just missed it. Yeah, now we're in, you know, the end times. And the world is over. It says that, but he's Zoomer coded? No, there's no way. There have been many world endings. 9/11, 2012, Rapture, the Bogendorfs leaving. Yeah, Bogen, these. Got him. He fell for it. Guys, he fell for it. Laugh at him. So, he's playing two $50 hands of blackjack. Played for 11 hours of gambling. Yeah, we were talking about gambling today. And I was like, anyone like gambling? And no one said yes. And I said, anyone been to a casino? No one said yes. No one even responded. You were a huge gambler. What's your favorite gamble? Slot machines? Are you a slot machine guy? Never been to an IRL casino. I've never been and I don't want to be to one. Stayed in multiple casinos but never gambled. Welcome QYFH. We do not have a slots command. I've been in Atlantic City. What? Slots. Blackjack and slots. What about, what is the most obscure game that no one plays at casinos? Because, you know, when people think of casinos, they think of slot machines. They think of blackjack. What is like a thing they don't think of? Baccarat? I don't even know what that is. Baccarat? Go to Vegas a couple times a year and I have 3 local casinos that I go to on a semi-regular basis. Are you okay? Are you alright? Digital horse racing, slots. Baccarat is a paddle game. Baccarat? Baccarat? Is it Baccarat? The heck is this? I don't even know what this is. What is obscure casino games? What are the most obscure casino games? Subscribe to twitch.tv/Walfas. I must be okay, right? Sure. Yeah, all my viewers are so normal. Imagine being weird. Literally no one here. Everyone here is good. Hey, what is this? Belgian birdsong? Oh, what? Chuck a luck? The chicken challenge. Guys. War. Sick bow. Yo, sick bow though. Wait, rodent roulette? Okay, I'm gonna skip this song. I don't know. This song kind of sucks. They should never play this song. What is this? Rodent roulette? One of the most popular rodent roulette is the gerbil roulette. Instead of a ball, you have a gerbil, which is placed in a box on a wheel and hides in one of the many numbered boxes. Interesting. Is this not animal cruelty? I don't know. Is the rodent fine with this? War and Sick Bow I've seen. Are you a fan of Sick Bow? Chicken challenge. I parked in a casino garage once. They have a nice parking place. What is the best parking spot you've seen? What's everyone's favorite parking spot? The corner one? What about the center one? Oh, you guys like the one like right by the entrance? There's many definitions of animal cruelty. Yeah, what about money wheel though? What about Pai Gao? Played Sick Bow one time. I was severely intoxicated. What about Let It Ride? What about Dreidel? That's not. Is that a casino game? That's not a casino game. That's just. Isn't that just like a Jewish tradition? Do people gamble on this? Mahjong? Poker? I've never seen it at a casino. Top 10 unique casino games. Wait, you know how the big thing is everyone's making like Balatro-like games? What if you took one of these obscure games? Sigma Derby, but it's like Balatro. Okay, Pachinko Balatro does exist already. Let It Ride? I don't even know what that is. Beyblade? Red Dog? Yablon? They could have a team of trained gerbils that switch each other out. Using the same one for a long time would be animal cruelty. Right? It would also be like predictable though, right? Because like the thing about regular casino games is that, you know, there's some amount of unpredictability. If there's like the same rodent is doing this, you could be like, okay, this rodent tends to go, you know, to the left. Maybe it's hungry, and then you could also influence the decision by maybe you hold up something and the rat is like, oh, what is this? And then it goes toward you. It's Mahjong Balatro. Yeah, it's Ao Tenjo. That's a game. Sick Bow. There it is, Sick Bow. Ooh, what about Dominoes, but Balatro? Oh, Soli had this idea. It's a coin pusher Balatro. That's a thing that you can make. Any fans of coin pusher games? You could also probably design the rat roulette so that they want to enter it, perhaps by having a really attractive treat behind it. That is too complicated. Wolfie making my dream game, right? I put it on my ideas list. Maybe I'll get to it at some point. I think coin pushers are fun, but I already have 2 coin pusher games on my PC. Do you? I didn't know they were popular. Are they? Would you say they're obscure coin pusher games? Balatro Peggle. Isn't that Nubby's Number Factory? or Ballionaire. Peglin. Well, Peglin's not really Balatro. It is, isn't it? Nobody's Number Factory. They must train the rats so the house always wins, but rats are really easy to train, but gerbils live longer. You know, I never really looked up what a gerbil is. I don't really even know what even is a gerbil. A species of rodent. A gerbil, isn't that the 985 guy? Streamer? They live 5 years, that's pretty long. Is the roguelike a Balatro or a Slay the Spire? It's a good roguelike, sir. Look inside. It's Balatro. Classic. Welcome SimmerQ. That is many colorful emotes. Is that Jeb? The spinning sheep Jeb? Wires. What about Balatro? Except it's fishing. What if you could fish and then the fish gives you molt and then the molt can help you catch more fish? And then you have polychrome fish. Have you thought about that? Well. Jeb Bush is a VTuber? No, Jeb, you don't know about Jeb, the sheep from Minecraft? That's the fishing game, the fishing minigame in Holocure? Is it? Does it have molt? Jeb streams as a sheep girl VTuber. Who? Essie? Essie underscore channel? I don't think so. You have molt, you get more with street. No, that's not even the same though. Truth be told, they are games within 2 games, Tower Unite and some other game. I realize the time for this comment has passed, but cannot think of the other game's name. Tower Unite, yes, I think I know the other game you're talking about. Because I'm pretty sure Northern Lion has played both of those games a lot back in the day. But I forget the name of it. Tower Unite. And the other one. Trying to think of a joke with Tower Unite. Like a chess joke, maybe. Can we brainstorm this? Tower, like a rook, and then the knight. Tower, tower, oh, tower, you unite. You know, imagine if that was funny though. Me when the tower becomes a knight. That can't even happen though. It doesn't even make sense. Jeb Bush. True, that is a guy who exists. Tower Unite. When the knight is meant to take the rook. Tower, oh tower. Unite. Exactly. I'm gonna try Mario Golf on N64 also, since I have Switch Online Plus expansion. Yo, what if they had Golf Balatro? Oh, wait, what, guys? What if you had a pachinko roguelike, but then you hit the golf ball into the pachinko thing instead of it just dropping? Peggle, but it's golf? Really makes sense. I'm gonna put that in my notes. I don't know what it means, but put that in my list of game ideas. Golf. Golf. Balatro. Golf. Golf pachinko. Wish they made life Balatro. So true. Me when life doesn't have molt. Can't believe this. They shouldn't make gold Balatro. My friends and family would never hear. Oh, golf Balatro. The coin. Oh yeah, the coin game. That's Germa played that. Northern Lion played that. Amelia Watson played that. That was good. Pachinko golf could be pretty cool, like that pinball golf in UFO 50. I have not played UFO 50, but I have seen people play it. Isn't she a trade now? Amelia Watson? No, that's a totally different person. They're not the same. I see how you could confuse them, but they're actually totally distinct entities for legal reasons. You cannot imply that they're related in any way. But you know, they have very similar voices, coincidentally. UFO 50 is great, love that game. There's a couple real sinkers. What's the best game? What about Mooncat, guys? You have a down slamming ability to launch your ball on specific objects. I don't know, there's so many game ideas that you could combine with Balatro. That's like the new trend. Everyone's trying to make the new Balatro. Even Northern Line, he was playing Cats and Dice today. That was a game that I played like months ago. I thought it was alright, but then everyone in chat was like, is this allowed? This is literally Balatro. Copying Balatro. Don't they know though that every game is doing this now? Related, I saw an Ame cosplayer this weekend holding a plush Jerboa with a train conductor hat. Wow, what did they mean by this? What are they implying by this connection? Never played Balatro. You should play it. No, maybe you shouldn't play it because then you might get addicted to it. Maybe, maybe you shouldn't play it. Jerbo, isn't that the streamer? Michael, I made that joke. You can't be making the same joke I made. I was like, Jerboa, isn't that the 985 streamer, man? Is Blueprints a Slay the Spire or Balatro? It's an Isaac, actually. No, it's actually not. It's actually a game. Why did the music just... Is this just like this song just stops suddenly? It does. It literally just stops. Okay, next song. I forgot I was on my new PC. My Xbone controller was not connected. What? Who's Michael? He's right there. He's right there. No, you should be asking, what's Michael? That's the song. What's Michael? It's not the same joke. It might have similarities, but for legal reasons, the jokes are distinct entities. No, it's the same joke. TBF, while I could have been watching Vacuously play Blueprints, instead I was just listening to her in the background. Isn't she so entertaining? Great goated streamer. Where's Michael? He's right there. He's above. Alright, Michael was playing some weird hand fetish game like Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's. What? What is he doing? Lol. He's right here. Michael's right here. She's hilarious, right? Goated streamer. Called out of hands. Remember that time Nanodan got banned for streaming Senran Kagura? Yeah, that happened. Everyone asks what's Michael, but no one asks how is Michael. Yeah, Michael, how are you, huh? How is Michael today? What even is the deal? Is that right? That's good. That's good to know. As long as it's not negative. So I'll probably retry UFO 50 someday. I tried it at launch and had an awful experience, but from what I've seen, I only played bad games. What if they're all bad? They can't all be bad. UFO 50. Oh yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people have been playing Blueprints recently. Northern Line's playing it. A lot of people, a lot of people are playing it. I tune in, I watch the stream, and they're doing stuff. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Oh, they're combining items. Is this spoilers? Maybe I should not be saying what they're doing in the game. Anyone remember how a chatter got banned because Wolfies accidentally right-click hit the ban button on a viewer? Yeah, I did that. It was you. You were banned by me. By accident. Yeah, Paul was playing it. Everyone's playing it. Vacuously is playing it. HC Justin's playing it. Some Hololive people have been playing it. But you're not banned. Imagine being banned. Where is everyone? What's everyone doing? There's no one who's even here. Did everyone move somewhere else? I just realized I've been abandoned. You left all your buckets here. Oh, you're all over there. It's one thing that I realized when I play this game is that I don't really pay too much attention to the game. I just stay in one spot and do nothing. But you know, part of the reason to join a stream is to see the streamer interact with your character. Whoa, look at this. You can see your character on the screen and you're like, whoa, that's me. Whoa, streamer is next to me right now. Streamer is interacting with my character. Whoa, dude. A lot of Hololive have been playing Fatal Fury, mostly for ads. Yeah, they're ad maxing. Sponsored streams. Has anyone enjoyed a sponsored stream? Welcome Stove God. It's the game that Cristiano Ronaldo appears. That's the soccer guy. Any fans of soccer? I know one person is. It's not me. I did one time only due to the streamer. It was a Diablo 4 stream, so I had no interest in the game. Sponsored. Welcome FY Ice World. Soccer guy. What did I say? Wait, what did I say? Soccer? Oh, soccer. Soccer guy. Diablo 4 was bad. What about Diablo smartphone game? Don't you have phones, everyone? Wasn't that a meme at some point? Holo announced a new set of global concerts. One was in New York City again. Well, I don't care, okay? Amelia Watson is dead. I will never go to the Hololive concert because my Hololive Oshi is dead. I don't know, she could be there. She is an affiliate after all. But I don't know, I don't feel like going. I don't even watch her. Neither do I because she's dead. I can't believe this. It's something for Holo Earth. I still don't understand Holo Earth though. Like, what's the deal with Holo Earth? It's like a metaverse thing. You go in there and you're like, oh, look at me, I'm like in the game. Wow, you get to like watch concerts in there. I don't know. Let's see, but isn't there a chance some of your mutuals show up to hang? Oh, that is true. Because the last time they had a concert in New York, I did have a bunch of people visit from California. And then I met up with them and then we had lunch. And then I sat around in the park, you know, because I don't want to go home early because my commute is really long. It was just me and like 2 other guys just sitting there in the park. Watching, yeah, there was like a group of Hololive fans there as well. And I did not interact with them, but I was there, I saw them. New York City, August 22nd. Part of Anime NYC. Oh, the previous one was also part of Anime NYC, I think. Yeah, I neither went to the convention or the concert. So, like, no one was there. I just in the park. I don't know what it, yeah, Holo Earth, I don't even know. Ame alive though? Well, for one day she was. Now she's dead again. I should do a virtual concert. I don't even sing on stream though. Or in general. There was a big whole live meeting at SAC. I did not join. SAC? Yeah, SAC D. Got him. Got him, SAC. They activated her innie for about an hour for a concert. What does that mean? What does that mean? Last time I was in NYC, I went to Cat's Deli and the line was insane. Then a guy that was from Nebraska in line chatted with me and found out he was a train conductor. The food was 7.8 out of 10. I've never been to Cat's Deli. Deli. Isn't it like really overpriced and like not worth the value? I don't know. I in fact do not watch Severance. What's the deal with Severance? What is the deal with Severance? Like what is the story? Like without spoilers, just like I just see like a bunch of people in like a room and they have like their laptops and computers at their desk or whatever. And is that the whole show? Just them sitting there? When did they get severed? It was higher price than I'd like to pay, but the food was okay. I would have rated it higher, but the mustard was kind of bitter, not mustardy. Yeah, it's like, I feel like Katz's Deli is like one of those tourist destinations where everyone's just like, you gotta go there. Oh, this is New York. If you're in New York, you gotta get this. And then you go there and you're like, wow, it's like $30 for this? It's not for me. It's too much money. But you know, maybe some people enjoy it. What if there was a you that was conscious only at work, and the you on the outside would skip all of the workday until they clocked out? Oh, that makes sense. So they're just stuck. They're just stuck doing work all the time. My cousin that lives in Buffalo said I had to go there, so I figured why not since I had time. What do you tell him after you got it? You're like, was this oh, thanks for the recommendation, it was worth it? I guess you can't tell them that. I guess maybe, I don't know, depends on your relationship with them. You could be like, oh, this place sucked. I feel like most of the time you just be like, yeah, thanks for the rec. I thought it was good, even if it wasn't good. I told him I was not impressed. Then what if he was like, I can't believe this guy has no taste. He would go there and not even appreciate the food. He doesn't know real New York food. He doesn't even appreciate the fine work that goes into making a pastrami sandwich. He said, typical Midwest brain rot. These guys don't understand. This guy's a casual. Imagine not liking Cat's Deli. Wonder when I will go to the US again. You could go there right now. You could go for the whole live concert. Right now. Yeah, Cats. Cat's Deli. Cats are running this deli. What about dogs? When are they releasing Dogs Deli, huh? It's always about cats. Unbelievable. Sorry, I missed a bunch of messages in the in-game chat. I once saw a sponsored stream for a re-release of an old PC RPG. That was fun. Which one was it? Was it a good sponsored stream? Has anyone seen a sponsored stream that was actually good though? I can't think of any that I enjoyed. They don't exist. Wait, has there been one? Has Northern Lion been sponsored to play anything that I enjoyed? I'm sure there was at least one, probably, but I can't think of it. Northern Lion, Core Keeper? Is that it? He wasn't sponsored to play that, was he? It's just that his manager happened to have known people that worked on the game. Like, that's his connection to it. He was? Was he? I don't think he was. I remember him. Oh, maybe he was. I don't know. More than one. Core keeper. Is it sponsored? Oh, no, oh, it was sponsored. Wait, core? Am I confused? Oh, I'm confusing it with the other game. No, sorry. I was not thinking of core keeper. I thought you meant what's the other? Dome keeper, right? Is that the game? Dome keeper? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I confused the two games. Yeah, he was not. I don't think he was sponsored to play this one. This is what I thought you were talking about, but no. McDonald's? Oh yeah, that was a weird ad. Wasn't Choco's first House Flipper stream sponsored? Was it? Was it sponsored? I don't know. I know Germos was sponsored to play it. I sometimes see sponsored streams that are like, I would have played this anyway. She got the key for free. I think that's probably what it was. Because I feel like I would have remembered if she was sponsored to play it. It was the UK streamer Fraz War. The game is called Gatlent. It's a third-person action RPG. The marketing called it the first Souls. Also, I'm gonna drink water. It wasn't sponsored, got it for free, right? I would have known. I remember every single Choco Jack stream. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. Alright. Chio's playing ZZZ. His Stream Element has a ZZZ sponsor thing. True. That is a thing that happened. Welcome, Templo. Let me take a look at all of Northern Lion's sponsored streams. There probably was one of them that I did enjoy. Ad. Oh, you know what was a good Northern Lion sponsorship? The one where Cooler Master gave him a PC or something, and he made like an absolutely like really badly edited like Microsoft Movie Maker video. That was a classic. They probably never sponsored him ever again because of that. Can I check his channel? What did he stream? I don't want to like watch the video. Northern Lion YouTube. We are not going to watch advertisements, but I will simply show you ad. This was not an ad. Deadlock. Was he sponsored to play Deadlock? Oh no, this was a good one. Hitman. He would have played this one anyway. Yeah, they sponsored him to play one of the new Hitman campaigns or whatever. I mean, like, I enjoy Hitman in general. So that he was already playing it. He was probably going to play it anyway. That thumbnail face? Yeah, he uses the same thumbnails for many videos. My face is... He's always doing this. He's always looking... It's because his OBS is over there. That's why he looks that way. He wants to confirm what his face looks like. Ooh, wait, he played Unpacking? I didn't know. I enjoyed Unpacking. That was a good game. He played Fall Guys, Golfy. You know what I'm surprised at? Is that this is one of his most viewed videos for some reason. I don't understand why. If you sort his videos by most viewed, Golfy is up there. Like why are people watching this game? I haven't played Unpacking yet. It looks cozy and fun. I think it's a good game. And then this one. This was an ad. You don't see anyone talk about this game. Why does this have so many views? And then what? And then what? Fall Guys. Other games. don't really hear much about most of these games nowadays. Never even heard of these. Oh, he was sponsored to play Marvel Midnight Suns. That was an era. Tales of Iron was fun. I don't remember it at all. Anyway, what if I was sponsored to play web fishing? Wouldn't that be cool? It's like, whoa, he's playing web fishing. You know what game I would play though? There's a game that's coming out. I played the demo of it. It's called I already forgot. Replicube. This game was cool. It's the one where you do like shader programming with voxels. And it's releasing tomorrow actually. And the developer on Twitter was like, hey, do you know any streamers who would love to play this nerdy game? And I was like, me, I would love to. I didn't say that, but I liked the tweet. I'm probably gonna buy it anyway, so I don't really need a code for it. Welcome Pork Foo. It's a fun game. It's the guy that runs a lathe, not a soap fiend. Yeah, Nano Lather. What game? Replicube. Not sponsored. Replicube. It is a game. I didn't realize that the thing was Lua. Because I know Lua, the programming language. I no longer run a lathe, but I did at one time. And it was a nano lathe. Now I'm a network engineer. A huge downgrade? Yeah, but do you get paid more though? Do you get more money from it? Because as you know, money is the only thing that ever matters in this world. It doesn't matter how happy you are. It only matters how much money you make. So true, right? So true. I keep forgetting Choco doesn't stream on Wednesdays. How much money do I make? Too much money. If I showed you, you'd be like, what the heck? He's a software engineer, so actually this makes sense. But wow, that's quite a lot of money. So true. Every human value depends on money. Exactly, right? If you're not making money, your value to society is nothing. Get out of here. Hey, get out of here. You don't deserve to be here. That's what society wants you to think. But no, it's not true. You can have value regardless of the monetary situation that you're in. He's breaky. Yes, so true. Choco is afraid Oz Wednesdays. What is she afraid Oz? Everyone can provide value outside of money. Oh, you know what channel I've been recommended a lot recently on YouTube? Ari at Home. This is a guy who like goes around New York with just like this weird setup on his back. And he just like, he makes music on the fly. He'll just like make songs for people, and then they start singing. And it's like, whoa, what the? This guy, some random guy on the street is like really good at singing or rapping. And then like all the comments are like, man, probably like the best rapper is just out there doing like a 9-to-5 job, packing boxes or whatever. If they're given this opportunity, they can make really good music. I got recommended his videos the other day. I think he's trending or something. I also got his recommended literally like 2 days ago. Oh no, he's been fed finance content creators. No. Royal says, when I have money, I will rub it on the homeless people. Why would you do that? Oh, to give it to them? You're so kind. It is so kind. Who are you talking about? Ari at Home. He's not even at home. No, but like, what if the city is his home? Unless he is homeless, he is not at home. No, he lives somewhere. Anyway, this is in New York, so like when he goes to places, I'm like, I've been there. I know this place. He was streaming yesterday, and then I was like, wait, I know this place. I've been there. Have I heard of Clowncore? I've probably heard of it. I don't really know what it is. Welcome, Hoppy Hollow. Anyway, yeah, would recommend. A lot of good videos here. It's impressive what people can do. They can just improv songs. And then, like, some of these people are actually famous. It's like someone will just show up, they'll sing, like, a really good song. And then everyone's like, whoa, that was amazing. Does anyone get their Instagram handle or whatever? And then, like, afterwards they find out they're, like, a Grammy Award-winning, like, artist or something. You're like, what the? This person was in the Wu-Tang Clan affiliated groups, like, officially? What the heck? Or like, you know, yesterday there was some guy on the stream and he was like, I think it was like a Jamaican rapper or something. And then he's like, oh, yeah, what's your Instagram? And then he said it, and then everyone's like, oh, this guy's got like a million, like 40 million views on his video or whatever. He's like pretty well known apparently. They're just out there on the streets. Wolfie should confront Ari in real life, make him address the at-home allegations. No. Imagine stream sniping. The one I saw did feel staged. Maybe some of them are, but you know, some of them, they're not. Going to work out. Thanks for stopping by. Grammy award winning. Of course the Grammy would award them. So true. They're always saying that. Would you talk to Northern Line for $5? Like, I would ask him for $5 if I saw him, sure. That's his thing that he does. Is that if you recognize him in public, you can ask him for $5 and he will give you $5. It's happened many times. People have been like, are you Northern Line? Can I have $5? And he said, of course. And then you just get $5. I would. But what if it wasn't him and it was just some random bald guy, right? You ever think about maybe there's random bald guys out there? What if I asked for $6? You could try. I think he would probably talk about it on stream actually. He'd be like, wait a second. Yo, the other day someone recognized me and they asked me for $6. These chatters are getting too greedy, man. They're just gonna go on a rant about society and how everyone's like asking for too much. It's like, come on, man. I'd had this thing and then, you know, $5 and this guy's asking me for $6. I would ask him for $5 just to say that he did it. I mean, he'll do it. He will give you $5. It feels like the entire point. Wait, what is it? A haggling for the money? No. I think the most famous person I met was either Willie Nelson or Pierce Brosnan. Cannot be sure which would be more famous. And to be clear, it was a 2 to 3 minute conversation. That's a long time. I feel like most people's interaction with like really famous people is like you just see them on the street or something. Well, not even then. You like see them like surrounded by, you know, cameramen. To have like a 2 to 3 minute conversation, that's like a lot. Ask for $5.99. No. Hey Wolfie, it's me. It's me. Who? Who's that? Can I ask him for $5 twice? Can I have $5? Nice, gets a bill. Can I have another $5? What if you got $5 from him and then you gave him back the $5? You said, thanks. Here's my gifted sub. Yeah, go buy yourself something nice. Wouldn't that be funny if you were the streamer and someone asked you for $5 and you gave it to them and gave it back to you? You said, thanks, man. You really need this. You need this more than me. He would be so upset. Welcome, Vol. What if you get $5 from him, then give him $10? You could get $5 and then like pull up the Twitch app on your phone and subscribe to him. It's like, here you go, I'm gonna give, you know, half of this to Jeff Bezos. Or something. It's not that surprising. What? Oh, sorry, it was working. A casino? Oh, that's where you met them? Oh, it all comes back together. He was talking about casino. Are mobile subs more expensive? I mean, you could go on mobile web, I guess. They don't have to go on the app specifically. You are right that you should subscribe on the web instead of on the app. Because the app will take more money from you. Specifically because Apple and Google demand more money. Jeff Bezos should give me 0.5% of what he makes. It's like, that's like a $1 billion even. It's like trillions of dollars out there. Jeff Bezos, more like Jeff Bozos, right? Am I right, guys? Bozos, that guy. What is the most famous person you've all met in person? I feel like I have seen LeVar Burton. I've seen him. I forget where it was, but he was somewhere. That's the guy. This guy from Reading Rainbow. He existed near me at some place. Wolfie? What do you mean? I've not met you in real life. As far as I know. Maybe I have. Is there anyone else that I've seen in person? Define met. Like you were within the 5-meter radius of them or something. And also it can't be like at an event. It's just like not at like a concert or anything, just like randomly somewhere that you happen to be. You were not planning to see them. They were just there. No, maybe that's not fair. Okay, what about something that's not like a concert? Like they were not scheduled to be there. They just happened to be there. A person just started in my choir that got really far in the 2nd season of the Swedish version of Idol. That's someone, definitely. I've never met any famous person. Oh no, you know, I've met Lily Pichu. I've talked about this too many times. I know of Lily Pichu. Oh, I have the art from. Wait, I have so many things I can name. The character designer of Aikatsu. She gave me like a 1-of-1 hand-drawn custom art of Ichigo. I didn't even ask for it. It's literally, I'm looking at it right now. You might see me looking to the side. I'm looking at it right now. She just gave it to me. She's like, "Welcome to Japan." Here it is. Can I find the image? I want to show you all. In case you did not know about this. Why is my character moving? Does this game have like an auto walk function? What? Why am I walking? What? Is walking? I randomly met a Twitter mutual. Are they famous though? Rio was at my SakuraCon and several of her friends went to her panel and concert, so that doesn't count. I mean, okay, maybe kind of counts. There was this girl who was on a local sports team. She was in college and went back home to give talk to some of the high school friends about determination or something. Yo, Undertale reference? She was on the front page of the local newspaper. I see. You worked at the casino and met Leonard Skinner, Howie Mandel. Yo, the guy from the Mandela Effect? Rick Harrison? I don't know who that is. Rick Harrison. Hold on, I want to find this image. Where did I save it? Photos.google.com. Rick Harrison is the bald guy from Pawn Stars. I've never seen Pawn Stars. I don't know. Okay, how do I find this? Drawing. No. What? Aikatsu. If I just search Aikatsu in Google Photos, you think it'll return it? Holy frick! It actually found it. Wait, how does it? Oh, because it's a light stick that it's a. I have a pen light that has the word Aikatsu on it. And I guess it matched it. Because it's also matching like other stuff. Me holding my Aikatsu pen light. Okay, let me find the image. This one right here. Save it to my temporary directory. Famous people that I've met. I know Temmie from Undertale. She's a close friend of mine. I also know... I don't know. Okay, what about this one? This was made for me. Specifically. It was specifically made for me. Whoa, can you believe that? Anyone read Japanese? It says, "Welcome to Japan. Hope you have a lot of fun." I didn't even know she was gonna make this. I think this was like my first time going to Japan, maybe. And then I just messaged her. I was like, "Hey, you're gonna be at Comic-Con? I'm gonna be at Comic-Con." She's like, "Okay, I'll see you there." She gave this to me. It's great. It's me right there. Chills, right? So cool to think that a show that I enjoy met one of the creators. It's good. A small world out there. Good luck, gonna fall asleep now. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Good times out there. So I wanted to ask earlier. I'm awaiting your question. Rest of your day. Yeah, you're resting, right? You're sleeping. That's the rest of your day. Contributions to Aikatsuism. Exactly. What was the weirdest thing posted on your Aikatsu Mastodon? Like that I posted or that someone else posted? I don't know. Of my night. Well, a night is part of a day. You would say that, you know, April 23rd is a day. It's a day that contains a night and a day. Forgot about that Mastodon. I'm still posting on it every day. The weirdest thing that someone else posted, I don't know. Sometimes people would join and they're not interested in like Aikatsu like at all. They just start posting stuff unrelated. I don't know, there's probably some weird stuff I had to delete. As always, joining, welcome. You were Suzukawa Naoto? It was you. The most famous people I know are probably my college professors, but that feels like cheating because I was paying them. No, you were paying the school and the school was paying them. That's totally different. Maybe, unless you were paying them directly. University professors do count. What are some other famous people I know that I've met? Oh, there's one person. Wait. Yes, there was one person who was an Aikatsu fan that I also met in Japan. She like drew like a manga, and I think she ended up becoming an anime. I forgot the name of it. What was that show? It's like something about like planetariums and space. One of those manga time Kirara shows. Kirara. Why am I saying this so weird? What was that show's name? Does anyone know? Anime. List all the anime. Okay, let's see. Finished. Okay. Something about space. Something about space. Anime, manga time. No, I want the anime. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Is this it? It's one of these. Maybe. Is it one of these? I don't know. Wait. Not this one. Not even these ones. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. This one. I think it was, yeah, this one. The artist of this one is an Aikatsu fan. I think she was one of the first Aikatsu fans I met in Japan. And I have her a drawing from her. This was before this was an anime. Was this even, this was, yeah, Kuro. Was this before she even made the manga? When was I in Japan? 2018? This was before then, I think. Anyway, that was cool. I met her. It was good times. Could be one of the other magazines. No, it's this one. I think she also brought like, okay, so like when I went to Japan, I gave a bunch of people like stickers that I made. And then when the Aikatsu like 5th anniversary concert happened, like I told some people like I'm not going to be in Japan, but if you're there, if you have my sticker, bring it and take a photo. I think she took a photo with my sticker. I think, if I can find it. Anyway, good times. Good times meeting people that are famous. People before they're famous, and then eventually they become famous, and you're like, I know them. I knew them before they were famous. That was good. A lot of good times. Oh, I talked about Lifo from itch.io, the guy who made itch.io. I mean, I guess I didn't meet him in person, but like I knew him before he made itch.io. Back on Gaming World forums when I was like 13 years old and I was just, you know, a cringe person online. And then I was like, oh, look at me, I'm here. I'm over here. Sharing a forum, Discord, IRC is always something like that. Do you know any famous people in IRC? What's the fastest way for me to meet a famous person? Yeah, money. Money, connections, power. I don't know. And then you became a based person. Yeah, based on what? I went to high school with a famous person you would all know, but never met him. Docs your high school, guys. Yeah, my one of my friends went to high school with Lily Pichu. That was a thing. And then, you know, we would meet up on weekends just to hang out. That was cool. Good times. I'm trying to think, do I know anyone else who is famous? Probably. Name all the famous people. I also met a politician. Oh yeah, Cole. Sorry, Cole knows this person. Is that we would play MapleStory when I was like 13, I think. Or 14, 15? I don't know. We would play MapleStory with this person a long time ago. And she is now an Alaskan politician. That's right, a real politician from Alaska. When will Lily Pichu become Lily Raichu? I'm sure it's been asked many times. Who is the most recent famous person I met? Most recent. I don't know. Amelia Watson. I've not met Amelia Watson. Who's the most recent famous person? Choco Janks? I've not met Choco Janks. I don't know. I can't think of one. I remember you mentioned the Alaskan politician. Yeah, I mentioned it on Choco Janks' stream. They were talking about MapleStory, and I was like, yo, one of my MapleStory friends is a politician. Mentioned it here as well. Yes, I've mentioned it many times. Welcome, Liquid Cake. Met Tom Scott once at a party. Whoa. Was he fun? Was he having a blast at the party? What if he was the guy in the corner? He was like, they don't know I'm Tom Scott. He's wearing a red jersey. Who is Tom Scott? He makes videos online. He's it's the guy that says this video has 15 million views, and then the video count updates when the views update. He's the guy that says I'm here in, and then he names a location. It's like I'm here in Nevada where they test whatevers. Yeah, he's the guy who is places. Welcome, nice Aggie. That was enough for you to know who that was. That's actually so funny. Oh, that guy, the guy who's in places? That's the guy who says he's in places? Would I go to Anime NYC if Choco tabled there? I probably would not go to the convention, but I would ask her if she would like to hang out after the convention. Or before, depending on when she's in the city. Like, I'm not gonna go to Anime NYC, like, buy a ticket and just go with it. I don't know. No, that guy? John guy who is there in places. Yo, there's Tom Scott. Tom's cot. Imagine being Tom Scott. What do you think he's doing right now? You think he's watching this stream? It's like, what the, Wolfie's talking about me? Tom Scott, how did he know I'm Tom Scott? He's talking about me right now. Isn't that wacky? When streamer is talking about you and you don't even know. He could be lurking. Actually, it's kind of funny when like you see famous people like in streams that you don't expect. There's one time I was watching Essie, she was playing GeoGuessr, and then Rainbow just showed up. Rainbow, the guy who is famous GeoGuessr player, he just showed up in chat. And she didn't even know who he was. We were all like, whoa, what the, that's Rainbow? And she was like, I don't know who that is. Like, that's like the GeoGuessr guy. She's like, oh, okay, I don't really know this game. So watching this stream on Wolfie show. Imagine seeing Wolfie in a stream. Bro, what's he doing? That's how I reacted when Librarian showed up. True. He showed up when I was sick. It was like, I think that was like right after I got COVID. I actually remember it was during a power washing sim stream. It was specifically on the boat. There's one Outer Wilds guy who's popped into loads of VTuber streams. Oh, the developer. I know him. I knew him before he was a developer. Sorry, before he worked on that game. Back in the Toho days. And I'm on the Discord where they talk about stuff. Like, okay, guys, this this streamer's playing it. Are you gonna watch? And he's like, I guess. And then when the streamer recognizes him, we're all like, look, here's a clip. Classic. It's a Love Live character? No, that's the Librarian. A totally different person. What about... Oh, it was like that time when I was doing the Clubhouse Games collab with Toaster, and then Pomu Rainpuff showed up. That was cool. Does that happen to anyone else? You're just watching a stream and then someone like some really well-known streamer shows up. And you're like, what the heck are they doing here? This is not like, you know, like a well-known streamer. They don't have like hundreds or thousands of views concurrently. They're just chilling, and this really famous person showed up. Who's Pomu? I'm Pomu. I'm Pomu. You're Pomu. We're all Pomu. I mean, some people in our adjacency have a lot of viewers anyway. Yeah, but like, would you consider them like really, really famous though? I was watching Porcelain Maid when Choco popped up. I was also watching Choco when she raided Porcelain Maid. And also drew fan art of Porcelain Maid. I'm Pomu. I'm Pomu. You're Pomu. We're all Pomu. Yo, look at this screenshot though. Is this not like the hardest album cover of all time? Oh, webfishing. It's a good screenshot right there. There we go. I wonder where the cutoff for famous is. I guess it depends, you know, there's like niche micro celebrity famous. I don't know. Choco Minto. Classic. I guess Holo just feels famous. Being in a big corpo kind of doesn't. I would say they're definitely famous. Definitely for real famous. What about when you're just watching a stream and then Derma shows up? What if Derma shows up? Moriko Bat at video games kind of famous. Is she? Is she known for something? She does have hundreds of viewers. I'd say most VTuber fans know your name. Well, I'm excluding myself. That's different. Welcome, Rick. I'm here for idle discourse while I do game dailies. I hope you have a good time doing those dailies. Guys, doesn't it look like I'm in the bucket right now? Whoa, how did he get in there? That's crazy. I don't know if she is. She has a lot of viewers and she feels like a person a lot of people would know. I feel like it's not really like the same kind of famous that I would think. Not to say that she's not famous, but it's like, I don't know. When I think of the word famous, it's not, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. When I think famous, I'm like, oh, Pomu, you know, Amelia Watson, other graduated VTuber. I don't know why I'm just naming graduated VTubers. Seeing your name on some famous models, I'd say you're somebody maybe not famous. Well, I know that I'm just saying, like, for the purposes of this conversation, exclude me, because that's the obvious thing people would say. Wolfie met Kirby M. I know them. Wasn't there that NL bit where someone gifted him a Moriko sub and he couldn't post? Yeah, he wanted to post Bat chest, but then Bat at video games would show up. Actually, that's an issue sometimes that I get when I get the gifted emotes and their username starts with like an emote that I normally use. There's like one, I got gifted a sub to someone named Ashy, and then I feel like I forget what emote it is, but sometimes I try to type an emote that has like the start of that name, and then her emotes always show up. I'm like, man, now I gotta scroll down. Hold on, what emote am I thinking of? Ash? No. Some other emote. That's how you can bully someone, by seeing what emotes they love to use, gift them a sub to a streamer that has the same prefix, so that whenever they try to use that emote, they have to scroll a lot. Would I consider VShojo famous? I would consider most of them to be famous. There are some that you don't really hear that much about. Well, I guess you would still kind of know. I don't know. Welcome, J Lawyo. For the purposes of conversation, go beyond Iron Mouse, I guess. I would say many of them I would consider to be famous. When I want to post a nodding emote but I have nanodance up, right, that also happens. Wait, maybe it's not that I want to type something that starts with their prefix, but it's like they just, or something. What is that emote? There's like some emote that I always try to post, and then someone else's subs always get recommended. Oh, shy. If I ever want to post an emote that has like shy in it, because like I have a gift to someone named Ashy, which has the word shy in it, their emotes always show up first. Like, man, I just wanted to post this shy emote. Have pride in being a niche micro internet celebrity. So true. This guy's out here on his women fear me, fish fear me hat. Mishojo has a smaller amount of talent than most agencies. You mean like in number of people? That could be interpreted incharitably. Isn't it wacky that the word talent can refer to like the people in the talent agency, but also to like, you know, the talents of those people? We showed you the one headed by fish. Now, yes, face connect. Connecting the phases. Wait, I was gonna mention something. I forgot what it was. It has something to do with something we were talking about 10 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago. What were we talking about 20 minutes ago? Famous people. I don't know. There was something there. Niche Wealthy made my favorite model ever, which is still pretty popular even if she's gone now. Can you believe Amelia Watson is dead? Gambling. Talk about gambling enough. Talent is also an unsavory way to refer to attractive people. Is that true? Do people say that? Came back on Easter. Yeah, but then she died again. It's in hibernation. Yo, what if there was a what if there was like a bear VTuber and their fan base was called Burnation? And then every stream she'd be like, "Hi, Burnation." Wouldn't that be so funny? Any bear VTubers can get on this? Isn't talent when used to refer to a person just a thing from Japanese? No, we got talent agencies. Don't they just call them talents as well? Isn't that shark quitting too? Yeah, Gargura. She is in fact leaving. Now the Dodgers will never win again. As long as their name isn't Yuri and they call them yeah, I get it. Urination. Oh man, this guy. Yeah, she's quitting. She is done. She's like, I'm out of here. Hi Bear. Oh, Bear Nation makes more sense. That actually makes more sense. Hi Bear Nation. That's a good one. Where's the bear VTubers at? This is a free idea for you. Talent is a term for a VTuber that is an idol agency. No, it's just a general term. Talent. Talent, noun. A person or group of people having such an ability. It's not specific to idols, it's just an English word. It's just a phrase that exists. Not in general. Well, I mean in general. She always seemed very nice. Hope things go well for her. Gargura. Let's see. In so many shows about show business, have the people go something like, "I'm the talent." It exists. Yeah, it's a long established way to refer to people. That's just, you know, that's words. Yo, what? This person's floating in the sky. Are you on that rock? This guy's in the sky. This guy's in this guy. This guy. No, it just hasn't loaded. The rock is too far away. Don't remind me about Gargura leaving. Might start sobbing. You gotta come to terms with it. It's gonna happen soon. She literally gave her 2 weeks notice. Can you believe it? I think it was literally 2 weeks. Anyway, that's happening. What else is happening? What about good old I don't even know. Pizza. Oh, I didn't talk about this. I tried ordering pizza this Saturday or Sunday. You would not believe it. The pizza place was closed because it was Easter. Like, oh man. Now I can't order pizza. Can't believe it. She knows graduation in 2 weeks. Release an original song is going to leave. Exactly. The Shark really is popular. Isn't she like the most subscribed VTuber like of all time? Well, she's got like 4 point something million subs or something. Had an excellent marg pie, margarita. That sounds good. I feel like when I eat pizza, I need like, there needs to be like meat on it. Margarita pizza is just like cheese and, you know, dough, tomato. There needs to be more, you know? So funny to me that people have to give 2 weeks. We've had people quit the same day. They filled out a form. They don't have to give 2 weeks of notice. It's just what people tend to do. Are you allowed to say that in New York? What? Pizza? Pizza should have meat on it? I guess, well, I guess, yeah. I do eat just plain cheese pizza. Well, okay, so I'm thinking of like, I don't know. Nowadays, I feel like when I was in college, I was like, yeah, okay, I could just eat plain cheese pizza. And I did, and it was good. But now that I'm old and pizza is expensive, I'm like, can't just have plain cheese. That doesn't say, hey, that's not, it's a legally distinct person. You can't say she invented that. No, you can't. J-Law, you gotta chill. We don't do that here. But I will not time you out a ring. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like OMG, Pekora, and Ozki are teaching Xion to hunt tanks. I never really watched too much of like whole live JP, so I totally forgot that Xion was graduating. Wasn't that announced like a long time ago? It feels like it's been ages ago. Like people believe they have to give notice, but there's no such rule unless you're working from a contract. Yeah, that is true. I do have, like, I had some coworkers who quit like literally the day of. I talked about it. There was like someone who, at one of my previous companies, he was on the Android team. He was like the only developer on the Android team because like everyone else left. And then they were like trying to hire someone, but then the person that they ended up hiring, I think like the CTO just liked him and let him in without passing any interviews or something. Because like I'm pretty sure everyone who interviewed him was like, yeah, this guy's like not that good, but he was accepted anyway. And then the coworker that was on the Android team, he literally just quit. He was like, I'm not gonna. Well, the guy joined. He was writing really bad code, and then he was like, well, I'm just out of here. I'm not gonna babysit this guy who just was hired for no reason. And then he just left, and I never talked to him ever again. Wolfie lore? It's lore about my coworker. Former coworker. You're basically like the opposite of me. I basically didn't watch any EN Hololive at all until Raura came along. But what about Amelia Watson? Everyone just doxing me. Okay, it's fine. Just naming people's things. I will not stop you. I will just say that I don't tend to do that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's life. Kayfabe is over. No one cares about it anymore. I feel like it used to be a bigger thing back then. Nowadays, people are just like, when someone graduates, it's like, where are they going next? Back then, it was like, when someone was graduating, like you did not know whether they would come back or if they would just disappear. I mean, you kind of expected they would come back, but then, you know, it would not be as known. But now it's like they're gone, and then it's just like, well, they're gonna be back very soon, probably. That's life. You hear the ice cream truck? Dox my location. Find all ice cream trucks. Triangulate the sound of ice cream truck. Wolfus streams as Wolfie now and from the future. No, that guy still has my username. For some, we know they will not be streaming in the same capacity ever again. Yeah, it's not really the same, you know? Even though they're around, it doesn't have the same kind of vibe, you know? Kayfabe is nice when it's silly and fun. It's not any more fun pretending the person behind two avatars are different people. I think it's funny to always, like, even though everyone knows that they're the same person, I think it's really funny for me to just be like, no, they're totally different people. Wow, you can't just say they're totally different. My immersion. Oh no, my immersion. How do you feel about Android taking over Chrome OS? I do not know. Is that big news? A lot of people I see graduate are just like, VTubing isn't for me, I'm just gonna focus on art. Yeah, I guess it's like if you watch indie VTubers. I guess when you see like an indie VTuber who graduates, you're like, are they really done or are they like becoming corpo, right? When you see like a corpo VTuber graduate, it's like they're gonna be back as an indie. You see an indie VTuber graduate, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I might see them in a big corporation eventually. The only pair where I really care about the kayfabe is Fool Moko. In what way? In what way? Just like how people pretend that Nimi and NL are different people. But they are different people. They're so different. Do retweeters ever graduate? Probably. Yeah, Northern Line. Or Netherlands. You know, what if Nimi and Netherlion? Wait a second. Netherlion. What if it was Netherlion? Northern Lands. Netherlands. I just don't want to see any of their past life stuff. It's not the same if it's real people fooling around. So real people? They're not real people. I guess announcers, I remember announcers referring to him as Northern. Yeah, esports legend Northern. Is it Games of Fire? What's it called? That one game. Trials of Fire. That tournament he was in. And else had being stuck on Minecraft movie memes as a site though is so funny. Just saying words in chicken jockey intonation. Web fishing. It doesn't work as well. Chicken bucket. There was an indie VTuber I followed and they graduated and they were like, I'm sure I'll see everyone soon. And I was like, oh nice, they joined a company and then they actually just completely disappeared. Well, maybe you just don't know where they are. Oh yeah, chicken challenge, that's what it was. Chicken challenge. Wow. Imagine streamers. Imagine like if you imagine if real life worked like that. If you work at a company and then like you leave the company, your coworkers are not allowed to like reference your new job or whatever. Like, guys, I'm graduating. They're like, oh man. You go to a different company and you're like a new person. Is that Severance? Is that what they do in Severance? I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know how I'd find out. That's right, you don't know. They could be out there. For real. Flint and steel. Anyway. Yeah, we'll be ending the stream soon. This is your perhaps 3-minute warning. It is about that time. Why? Why? No, no, he's ending. I appreciate you being cool, Wolfie. Anyone else would have smacked me by now. Wait, for what? For doing what? Wolf is pain. Me when the streamer ends their stream when I was having fun. No, a streamer, I was having fun. You can't end your stream. You can only end your stream when I'm not having fun anymore. And then I go, no, I just got here. I can't believe that you would end your stream for just you don't even care that I'm here watching this stream. What if I'm not having fun and I hate it here? Well, thanks for sticking around the entire stream despite hating it here then. Being a hate watcher. I hate this guy. I'm gonna watch all his streams. I'm gonna post positive comments and then lure them into a sense of thinking that their content is good. And then one day I'll just leave. And then they'll be like, where'd he go? I don't know. And then he'll be sad because a good chatter is left. Imagine that. Imagine hating someone so much that you become their best supporter. Make them reliant on you for their enjoyment when streaming. Motivate them so that they continue streaming despite having bad times or whatever. That everything's gonna be alright. And then in their time of need, just disappear. Just never show up again. They'd be so devastated. They'd be so sad. You would have showed them. Last time, chatter. Fun here. Wish I was done with work earlier. Wait. Hold on. What were you saying? Being smacked? Appreciate you being cool, Wolfie. Anyone would have smacked me by now. But why? Why would they have smacked you? Alright, let's appreciate this art, everyone. Look at this. We had good art today. We had this thing. We had the shiny Ditto. We had the Easter Wolfie. I think Glup VT being the same person as Peep. VT being a big secret is dumb. I think the Undertaker literally being the Grim Reaper. It's fun. I see it. It's the lore. If the lore is relevant. Alright, this is our ending screen. Ending stream. Screenshot. TW. Happy Easter. It sure is, in fact, Easter. Alright. I thought Full Mocha was the same person, so I'm confused. I'm familiar with people VAing several characters as a bit. Wouldn't it be so funny if Full Mocha was not even twins in real life? If they just pretended. And now you'd be like, oh, actually, their past life indicates... No, I just mean, like, wouldn't it be so funny if they were not related at all? Okay. Good. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for fishing. It would be so funny, right? And just like, they just got really into this role. Okay, we're gonna save and quit. I feel like every time I come to the stream, I say something I would never say anywhere else. This Wolfie guy is making people say things. Alright, we're gonna find out what day it is. We're going to raid someone. It'd be so weird if Karagi and Nekoragi were the same person. That'd be so weird. Alright, Canada Book Day. Impossible Astronaut Day. English Language Day. Pixel Stained Techno Peasant Day. What is it? Movie Theater Day, Email Day. Lost Dog Awareness Day. Picnic Day. Shakespeare Day. Slay a Dragon Day. Slay, yes. Slay. Spanish Language Day. Talk Like Shakespeare Day. World Book Day. Victoria Table Tennis Day, London Marathon. Alright, of these days, which one is a good raid message? Welcome, I know anime. I mean, I feel like... yeah, the dog one? And many of you have Choco Jack's emotes. But if you don't, you can post, you know, like another dog emote, perhaps. National Lost Dog Awareness Day raid. And then Choco Day Dog. And then, check. And then if you don't have Choco Day Dog, you can replace that dog with something else. If you don't have Wealthy emote, just, I don't know, do something. Oh, we can raid this. This person never online when I'm streaming. Did someone just raid them? Is this... Did someone else just raid them? Whatever, we're gonna... If someone else just raided them, I'm gonna raid them anyway. Alright, thanks for watching. I will be back on Friday with some game development. Yep, that's happening. More games being developed. Actually, not even more games. It's the same game. The same amount of games is being developed, but it is more stream of that game being developed. Yep. That's happening. 45 viewers. What the? It's because no one else is playing web fishing. All the people, all the hackers that are like, I gotta see someone play web fishing. They show up and they're like, this guy's playing web fishing. I'm gonna watch this web fishing stream. And then they're here. Lost dog. Imagine being a lost dog. Imagine being lost. Wolf is lost. Imagine. Dog. Imagine dog. What if dog? Imagine a dog. Imagine can you imagine a dog in your mind right now? Imagine it. Anyway, the raid's going. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.